Marcus got home at 11 p.m. The house was dark. His wife was already asleep. His kids had gone to bed hours ago without saying goodnight. He sat in his car for 10 minutes before going inside. Not because he was tired, he was exhausted, but because inside that car, in the dark, in the silence, was the only place where no one needed anything from him. No one asking for money, no one asking for decisions, no one asking him to be strong, just silence. He was 41 years old. He had a house, 2 cars, a wife, 2 kids, a job that paid well enough to keep it all running. From the outside, Marcus had made it. From the inside, Marcus was drowning. And the worst part? He couldn't tell anyone. Because men like Marcus don't get to be tired. Men like Marcus don't get to break down. Men like Marcus are supposed to carry the weight, smile, and never ask why no one ever carries them. This is his story, and if you're honest with yourself, it might be yours too. Marcus grew up in a small town outside Detroit. His father worked at an auto plant. His mother stayed home with him and his 2 sisters. They weren't poor, but they weren't comfortable either. There was always just enough, but never enough to relax. His father worked doubles most weeks. Marcus would wake up and his father would already be gone. When his father was home, he was tired. Too tired to play catch. Too tired to talk. Marcus doesn't remember his father ever saying, "I love you." He doesn't remember his father ever saying, "I'm proud of you." What he remembers is his father's hands. Cracked, calloused, stained with grease. Hands that built things, fixed things, provided things, but never touched him. Marcus learned early what it meant to be a man. You work. You provide. You don't complain. That was the deal. That was the contract. Nobody told Marcus he could renegotiate. When Marcus was 14, his father had a heart attack on the factory floor. He survived, but he couldn't work anymore. Marcus remembers the day his mother sat him down. She looked at him with eyes that had been crying for days and said, "You're the man of the house now." He was 14 years old. He didn't know what that meant, but he knew it meant something heavy, something permanent. He got a job that summer. Mowing lawns, cleaning gutters. He stopped playing sports. He stopped being a kid. Because kids get to play, men get to work. He never talked about how scared he was. Because men don't talk. Men handle it. So Marcus handled it. By 25, he had a degree and a job. He met Sarah. They got married. Had kids. The house came next. Every step forward meant more responsibility. Marcus kept climbing. Not because he wanted to, but because stopping wasn't an option. When you're the provider, you don't get to take breaks. Somewhere around year 8, Marcus realized something had changed. Sarah didn't look at him the same way. The conversations had become transactions. He tried to tell her he was struggling. She looked at him like he was speaking a foreign language. Struggling? You have a good job. We have a nice house. How do you explain that you can have everything and still feel nothing? So he stopped trying to explain. He threw himself deeper into work. Because at work, people respected him. At work, he knew exactly how to deliver. At home, he was just the guy who paid for things. At 38, Marcus got the promotion he had been working toward for years. Senior director, corner office. His parents came to visit. His father walked into their house and looked around. He didn't say, "I'm proud of you." He said, "Nice place." That was it. Nice place. Marcus excused himself to the bathroom. He sat on the edge of the tub and put his head in his hands. He didn't cry. He had forgotten how. But something inside him cracked that day. A small crack. The kind you don't notice until it spreads. The affair wasn't Marcus's idea. There was a woman at work, Jennifer. She asked him questions no one else asked. "How are you really doing?" It only happened once. But for those few minutes, someone had seen him. Not the provider. Just him. Tired. Lost. Human. He never told Sarah. He buried it. But guilt is heavy, and Marcus was already carrying so much. The breaking point came on a Tuesday. Marcus was in his car at a red light when something shifted in his chest. His heart started racing. He couldn't breathe. He thought he was having a heart attack, just like his father. Right there at 41 years old, he pulled over, called 911. It wasn't a heart attack. It was a panic attack. The doctor asked, "When was the last time you took a break?" Marcus couldn't remember. "Do you have anyone you can talk to?" Marcus didn't. This is your body telling you something. If you don't listen, it will keep getting louder. Marcus drove home that night in silence. Just the sound of his own breathing, and the question he had been avoiding. Is this really what life is supposed to be? Marcus is 42 now. He's still married, still working, still carrying the weight that was handed to him when he was 14 years old. But something is different. A few months after the panic attack, Marcus told Sarah everything. He expected her to leave, but Sarah didn't leave. She cried. She was hurt, but she stayed. For the first time in years, they actually talked. Not about bills, about them. Sarah told him she felt lonely too. They had both been drowning. just in different rooms. Marcus also called his father. He asked, "Dad, were you happy?" There was a long silence. "I didn't think about happy," his father said. "I thought about keeping the lights on." Marcus realized his father wasn't a villain. He was just another man who got handed a weight too heavy to carry. Marcus could be the one to break the chain. He started seeing a therapist. He learned that carrying everything doesn't make you strong. He learned that asking for help isn't weakness. He's learning to forgive himself. He's learning that being a man doesn't mean being a machine. If you're listening to this and you see yourself in Marcus, I want you to know something. You're not alone. That weight you're carrying, millions of men are carrying it too. You're not weak for feeling tired. You're human. Everyone is carrying something. The only difference is some people are brave enough to admit it. You are allowed to struggle. You are allowed to ask for help. Being strong doesn't mean carrying everything alone. You can be a provider and still have needs. Marcus is still on his journey, but he's not alone anymore. And neither are you. Take care of yourself. You deserve it more than you know.